I want to get in the word with y'all tonight, and I want to ask you something. The devil causes people to sin, correct? It's definitely not God. So that same devil, right, and his demon workers, right, those demonic entities that should be under our feet, they try to wedge themselves into the places that God has sent the most influential people that are trying to help you. They wedge themselves through counterfeits, right? They wedge themselves into your lives through offense, unforgiveness, bitterness. That person, I know they mean well, but they said something and, I can't stand it. And all you do is loop it. You loop it. Offense, offense, offense. Now, boom. The other person doesn't even know you have a problem. You've removed yourself from that relationship. You've checked out. And it's only a matter of time before you lash out, right? I think of what Paul was saying in his second letter to the Corinthians in 2 Corinthians 12. Let's read 15. And I will very gladly spend and be spent for your souls, though the more abundantly I love you, the less I am loved. So we know Paul was extremely influential in the Corinthians church in Corinth. But we also know that he delivered a punch, 1 Corinthians 5, he's writing to them, say, deliver that person with their father's wife to Satan for the destruction of his flesh. Paul is saying, don't even eat, with someone who is sexually immoral. Paul is also talking about soul ties, which we call them nowadays, a couple chapters later saying the two become one. How can you be a temple of the Holy Spirit, but be bonded to a harlot? Right? He lays down chapter 6, verse 9, which is a paragraph of those who say they're going to heaven, but they're not if they continue in their practicing of lawlessness. So you get into the second letter, and he is finalizing all these things, but then he kind of comes to it, and there's only 13 chapters. So it's right at the end of these letters. And he's saying, the more abundantly I love you guys, talking to the church, the less I'm loved. Guys, can I be real with you? The way I love my fellow stranger, brother and sister out there, I feel that. Colton, and people don't necessarily ask me this, but I know they're thinking it. Just why can't you just love people? Why do you have to talk about sin all the time? Why do you have to this? Why do you have to that? What? My pastor doesn't sound like you, Colton. Well, that's a problem, and I'd love to chat with him about it because I see a deeper level than most topical versions of these modern churches. I see, and I use this figuratively speaking, I see a train coming, and I want to tackle that individual from the tracks, but they don't hear, right, the noise. They don't hear the sirens and the locomotive coming, but I do. So y'all, understand something. When you care and when you love others, it's going to cost you. If they hated him first, they may hate you later. God bless y'all.